Indigenous people are connected to the land through their oral history and teachings. One such story is of Whisky Jack and the giant beaver. Whisky Jack is the Algonquin trickster that never got anything right, and he wasn't a great hunter, but Whisky Jack loved to eat beaver. One day, when he had nothing better to do, he decided to have beaver for dinner. He knew of a giant beaver that lived in a great lodge in one of the lakes deep in Algonquin territory. His idea was to break the beaver's dam to release the water, and once the water was released, he would sneak into the beaver's lodge. But as the water was flowing out of the dam, Whisky Jack falls into a deep sleep. When he wakes up, the water is drained and the beaver is gone. He blames his failure on being tired from all the work, but he's still hungry and follows the beaver tracks east into the heart of Algonquin territory. He finds the giant beaver in the middle of another lake, but this time Whisky Jack brings a friend to keep an eye on the tricky beaver. Whisky Jack again breaks the dam, and as the water runs out, he tells his friend to keep an eye on the beaver lodge and to wake him up when the water is drained. Whisky Jack goes into another deep sleep, and his friend tries to wake him up, but to no avail. The beaver escapes for a second time. Whisky Jack gets so mad that he kicks his friend straight into the sky. His friend goes so high that he turns into a rock and lands back on the ground. When I asked my father where these boulders came from across Algonquin territory, he said one day it just rained boulders. The third and last time Whisky Jack tries to hunt the giant beaver. As the water is draining from the beaver's dam, it turns into Calumet Rapids, northeast of Ottawa, and the beaver runs away and hides into a mountain, the shape of the giant beaver. You can still find Whisky Jack's tracks in the rock next to Calumet Rapids. This is how Algonquin territory was shaped thousands of years ago. This story is thousands of years old and teaches us a couple of things. That Algonquin territory was shaped by beavers along the Ottawa River through their dams and the breaking of the dams, and what Algonquin people call Gitchissippi, the Great River. The other thing it teaches us is that oral history connects us to the land and our territory since the beginning of time.